Greetings and salutations, my little chickadees. This is Bunny. Hi, Bunny. Hi. Your internet psychic medium, astrologist, and friend. And today we're going to do a reading on what is toxic in your life and what needs to change. And I'm going to do this in the most respectful way, in the most loving way, kind and respectful way. This is not me going to be preachy at all. I just feel like sometimes we need a little bit of a push, because we can't trust our intuition a lot of the times, especially when it's on regards to something bad. I feel like we give people too many chances sometimes, or situations too many chances, and our intuition is saying you need to move on from this situation, or you need to cut this out from your life. So that's kind of more of, it's more of a guidance on regards to that. And I feel that it's actually very connected to what this numerology year is. This year is the number 9, and the number 9 is bringing us back to the origin. And the number 9 in tarot is like a buildup of something. It's building you up towards something, right? And then after 9 we have the 10. It's the final countdown. It's like the final season, the final cycle. It's the end of an era. So we're kind of building up towards that. So, in order to get there, there are some things that we really need to get out of the way. And that is what this reading is going to be about. And actually, you know what? It's funny that I actually chose this today, this little rug, reading tarot rug. This is the first rug I ever bought when I first started reading tarot, and I've actually been feeling very called to go back to my original ways of living. My living lifestyle used to be a lot more spiritual than I am now. But so anyway, without further ado, take your time picking your pile. You can pause the video if you need to, and I will see you in a little bit. Hello, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. We're going to get started right away. So, you probably haven't seen this deck if you've been here before, right? I usually use like the same cards. And these are kind of brutal, actually. These both of these decks were gifted to me by someone who's very Saturnian, to put it lightly. Very Saturnian. I could be pretty Saturnian myself, or very earthy. But anyways, we're going to get started with the astro dice and the charms, just to get a little bit more information, whatever this can provide towards your reading. Holy Spirit, can you please give me some information, additional information that can help group number 1 on the reading on what is toxic in their life? What is toxic in their life and what needs to change? That is so interesting. We actually got the 9th house and Sagittarius. Oh, okay. Holy Spirit, can you please give us a little bit more info, some clues on what needs to change? What needs to change? What needs to change? Well, group number 1, I feel that part of what needs to change in your life is, there's quite a few things here. I feel like part of it is the connection with your family. there could be like a situation with your family where you guys aren't really close. You're not very connected. There could be a distance, like an actual physical distance, or just not really communicating with your family, not being close to your family. And I understand certain situations that could lead to that because I'm living proof of that. You could um, have a hard time maybe just letting go of things maybe that happened in the past, or maybe there's just something broken somewhere in between that makes it difficult for you to connect with your family, um, or maybe it's just life circumstances that have led to a separation, and it looks like this time it's time to start getting close to your family, start getting close to your loved ones. And this is just kind of like the surface level stuff, okay? We're going to get in with the tarot and see what more there needs to be said about here, about this, sorry. But also, I'm also seeing a lot of creative energy. Like maybe your direction started to drift away from your dreams, and maybe your goals started to be more leaning towards like financial goals, which is good, right? We need to work on our financial goals in order to survive, especially this day and age. I totally understand that, but there's something about here, like going back to school, or pursuing some kind of higher education, or pursuing um, your art, pursuing your music, um, doing things differently, and just kind of going for it. But anyway, that's all I'm gonna really say about this over here, and we're gonna get in with the cards. Holy Spirit, can you please give us some insight on what is toxic in group number one's life right now? I'm seeing a gate. I'm seeing a gate, and there are like a lot of weeds. I don't know what to call them. Reeds, like overgrown reeds and grass. There's a gate, or like kind of like I don't know if it's like a fence. Um, it could be maybe like a graveyard, maybe something connected to that could be of relevance to you. A very lonely place, very lonely, but also very peaceful place, like not in a negative way, not like more of poetically lonely, if that makes any sense. I don't know why I'm seeing that, but that could be of relevance to some of you. Holy Spirit, can you please um, show me what is it that is toxic in group number one's life right now? What needs to change? What is toxic in their life right now? Ooh, berserker, bellicose, resilience, bloodthirsty, destroy. Berserker, I believe, is he was like a warrior, a very violent warrior, actually, very violent warrior, like a demon warrior. I think he's like connected to the Vikings. I could be mistaken, but that's kind of like what I remember about him. Um, Holy Spirit, can we get another card here in regards to what is toxic? Ooh, this one kind of jumped. Oh, victim, sufferer, target, prey, afflicted, vulnerable. That's kind of interesting here. We got a little bit of a duality. We have the predator, and then we have the victim, the prey. We'll see what that's about, huh? Okay. Duality. I'm not going to say anything, actually. I'm just going to pull out cards. whatever the cards want to say about that. Holy Spirit, can you please clarify what this Berserker card is about for group number 1, and what is toxic in their life? What is toxic in their life? Can you please show group number 1 what this is about, this Berserker? What is this Berserker card about? And Holy Spirit, can you please clarify this victim card for group number 1? And what is toxic in their life? Can you please clarify this victim card? What is this about? What is this victim card about? What is this victim card about, Holy Spirit? Can you please clarify? What is this victim card about? Oh, there's one here that's it's a lot of pentacles, huh? Which this is actually a pentacles card, but it didn't fall out. Holy Spirit, can you please clarify what this victim card is about? We will take these right here, and we'll take these. Okay. So with this Berserker card, you know, with this duality, this is the, you know, bloodthirsty, like savage, like they don't care about what they have to run over to get to what they have to get to. Here we have the Hermit, and then we have the Page of Cups, and we have the 8 of Cups. You know what I'm getting here, group number 1, that I think that a lot of the times you guys kind of feel like you miss out on opportunities, or like maybe you feel that other people get opportunities that, and you're like, why didn't I get that opportunity? Why didn't I get that chance? Like I'm just as capable, or even more. I have more experience. I'm more talented. Why is that person receiving that attention? Or why is that person getting that promotion? And it seems like it's a very, what's the word I want to use? Like a repetitive situation where you always feel like you're out in something. And this one's a tough one, group number 1, because I don't feel like you're one to expose yourself. I don't think that you're one to really socialize. I think that you're more of a hermit, you know, you're more of a indoors black cat. And you end up feeling very disappointed. I feel like people let you down a lot. And over here with victim, we have the 10 of Pentacles, we have the 7 of Pentacles, we have the Star, and we have the Chariot. Is there space for kindness in this world? I feel like maybe you guys believe that you're being taken for granted, like your loyalty and your kindness and almost getting like this pure energy. But you guys are not like innocent, you know, you're definitely not innocent. Being vulnerable and you know, being a victim doesn't make you innocent. I don't think you guys are innocent at all. I think that you guys are very wise, actually. I think you guys have a energy of a teacher, that a lot of people come to you for advice, and it's kind of annoying because you give out all this great advice and then people come to you for the advice, but the thing, they go and do the complete opposite. They go and they're just really annoying and they do the opposite a lot of the times. And I feel that a lot of people actually, a lot of people, maybe not a lot, but you know, there's been situations where people will benefit from your knowledge. People will use your words or your knowledge as their own. They will use your work and your creativity as their own. And then you're like, what the heck? You're like, that's my idea. What the heck? That's actually my work. That's my creation. And you don't know how it ended up somewhere else. Um, I mean, it's really cool, you know, to be stoic. It is cool to be in the shadows, you know, being that underdog. But it's time for you to shine, group number one. And you're not going to shine if you're staying in the shadows. It doesn't mean you have to be like this guy, ruthless and bloodthirsty and savage, but maybe adopt a little bit of that, you know, ruthless behavior. Because you see how you, this is so interesting. There's so much duality here. Because over here with Berserker, we have this emotional energy. We got a lot of emotions here. We got the Page of Cups. We got the Eight of Cups. You know, just always getting disappointed and walking away, and you know, dealing with these type of people. You know, with these savages. And over here, we got a more of a materialistic type of energy underneath victim. I think that you guys, you don't need to prove anything to anybody. You just need to do. You just need to act. And I think that maybe some of you have lost hope or faith, or you know, the mm, maybe starting to think that your dreams aren't never coming true, or that they can't come true, or you don't have the energy maybe to do anything. You're just like, what's the fucking point? What's the point? Everybody always gets ahead, everybody always wins, and everyone's always getting the opportunities that I want. Um, and it's like it doesn't motivate you anymore to pursue your dreams. But right here, and specifically seeing that it is 100% possible. Is it easy? No, right? Because you really have to learn to trade in, or not trade in, more like learn how to set your priorities straight when it comes to how you live your life and how you invest your money. What is important to you? when it comes to your goals, when it comes to your dreams, not necessarily goals. You know, part of making your dreams come true involves setting certain goals, right? But what is important to you? It's time to be a little bit more disciplined. And you know what's funny? That I actually thought this was the Hierophant, but it's the Chariot. It's the Chariot. It's like you close your eyes and you can visualize what you want and what you want to look like and what you want to project and all the things that you want to do. But this is not handed to you. It's not given to you. And you see like all of these people getting these opportunities and you're like, how? They're not even that talented. They're not even that smart. How do they have so many followers? What the fuck? What am I doing wrong here? And you know deep down that you actually do have the knowledge. You actually do have the wisdom. You actually do have the experience. And there's all these weird ass people pretending like they have the knowledge, pretending like they have the experience, and it's a bunch of bogus. And you see that and you're like, what the fuck? Why are these people getting these opportunities and I'm not? It's very simple. Very simple. A lot of these people are very they have a big head. They have a big head and they don't think about those insecurities that I don't know or I don't I'm not enough. They don't see it that way. All they want is the prize. They want the recognition and they believe they that they are worthy of it and they put themselves out there. And as opposed to maybe you don't maybe you think you're not you don't look the way that you want to look in order to be out there, put yourself out there. Or maybe you don't have, the finances, whatever your excuse may be. But there's something that is always making you be the victim in a situation that is not letting you grow. And that, my friend, is a very toxic trait. It is very toxic to keep yourself in the shadows because you think that you're not ready. There's this one song that I really like. What's his name? Al Grove, I think. I could be wrong, but it's the Just the Two of Us song. There's this one part that says, "Good things happen." How does it go? Good things happen to those who wait, but not for those who wait too late. But not for those who wait too late. Oh wait, good things happen to those who wait but not to those who wait too late. Like it's good that you're trusting or that you believe that everything is working in perfect timing. But if you're not planting the seeds, if you're not watering your garden, it's not going to grow magically. Okay, it's not. And the law of attraction, it works when you put energy into it. It's not all just sitting there meditating and believing. There is a level of what's the word I want to use? You can reach that level of manifestation skills eventually, but it's very difficult to get there. I'm not doubting your abilities, but it does definitely take a lot of practice to get to that point. But I honestly don't see you guys there. I think that you have a lot of wisdom. You're definitely very educated and you have a lot of knowledge in something. You have the creativity, you have the talent, but where is the action? Where is the effort and where is the discipline? Right? It's not enough to just desire and to want and to imagine. You really need to actually take some action, and it pays off. It every hard work pays off. There's no possible way. that you're not going to receive a reward, right? We have the Chariot here with this is actually a beautiful set of cards. 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. You know, all hard work pays off. Dreaming and believing it is going to pay off. There's a beautiful reward. So that's the build up for you. Changing your habits, being more disciplined, believing in yourself, and investing wisely. And investing, I mean, on all levels. You know, where you spend your time, where you spend your money, and where you spend your energy. All of those are investments. So being wiser as to where you invest yourself in. And to finalize, we're going to get some advice here from the fairies. Whatever they want to say to you, Holy Spirit, any advice here for group number 1. Okay. Prince of Summer, romantic, captivating, dramatic, flirtatious, falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. That's right on point. Right on point. Because I feel that you guys deep down are actually very emotional. I think that you guys live for your emotions, like you love to feel, but maybe you're not very good at expressing them, or being um emotional with others. But it's okay to be emotional, but it's not okay to be reactive. It's so important to stay grounded no matter what. To fall in love with yourself again, to fall in love. And I don't mean like to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I am the hottest bitch, or I am the baddest. I'm not talking about that kind of self-love. I'm talking about falling in love with who you are, like falling in love with your passions, falling in love with your education, falling in love with your dreams. All of that is a part of you. That's what makes you. That's what makes and creates your essence. Falling in love with those really cool details about you that make you interesting. And I love how there's so much green in this card as well. It's connected to the heart chakra. And you know what's really interesting about the heart is that one of my friends told me this when we were talking about this. He said that it was interesting that the green in Spanish is verde, right? And verde is it's like verdad. Verde is very close to the word verdad, which is truth. Verdad is truth. And I thought that was so genius that he said that, because it's true. Your truth lays in your heart, where your passion is, what drives you. And you know how when we were kids and we used to blow on these dandelions and make a wish? I think it's time, group number 1, I think it's time to go back to those dreams and to make a wish and make them happen. And this is really cheesy, honestly. It really feels super cheesy. But what can I say? What can I do? This is what Spirit wanted to say to you today. All right? So we're going to cut it here. Thank you so much if you stayed till the end. And I'll see you on the next one. Ciao. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. We're going to just go ahead and jump in. Just dive into your reading here. And we're going to start with the astro dice and the charms as per usual if you've been here before. And with the astro dice, we're going to ask just to get a little bit more insight on regards to what is toxic in your life, what needs to change. Holy Spirit, can you please help me connect with group number 2? And what needs to change? What is toxic in their life right now? And what needs to change? Ooh, the number 9 again. That's interesting. Ooh, and the moon again. We got the 9th house and the moon in the previous reading with group number 1. Let's get some charms. Holy Spirit. For group number 2, a little bit more information, some more clues on what is toxic in their life and what needs to change. Oh. Have you guys lost faith? Faith in love? Are you feeling a little angry about love? Maybe a little frustrated? A little frustrated on how slow things have come into your life? Maybe some delays or... No, I don't think delays. More like just, just feeling like you're not really advancing. And maybe not getting enough recognition, there's, the dating life is definitely kind of dry. Maybe wanting, desiring to, like deep down, wanting to believe in love, but maybe there's a little bit of a pessimism on regards to that, maybe a little angry about it, frustrated, maybe not believing that there's someone out there for you. You're just like, fuck it, fuck everyone, fuck boys or fuck girls, and they're all the same. It's always the same shit. Maybe there's some wounding in regards to that. Okay, let's check out the cards. Holy Spirit, can you please clarify what is toxic in group number 2's life that needs to change? What is toxic in their life that needs to change, Holy Spirit? Okay, let's see. Oh, that's interesting. With group number 1, I had mentioned that I was seeing like a graveyard. I was seeing like a gate in a graveyard. And then at the bottom of this deck, it says grave digger, burial, undertaker, funerary. That's interesting. Maybe there's a message for you in that pile. So if you felt called to listen to that one. All right, so we got feud and thinker. Feud with conflict, grudge. That's crazy. Rivalry. That's very interesting, huh? How we got like that conflict, kind of like that anger energy. Because this guy, he's pissed. These guys are pissed. They're having a fight here. There's an argument here. And we got a lot of conflictive energy over here. Not very harmonious. We got Aries and we got Mars that's pretty aggressive. We have Capricorn, very strict and very, stoic and cold, very disciplinary, very Saturnian here. We got the ninth house, very preachy and like, yeah, I've already seen it. I've already been there, done that. It's enough is enough. That's enough. Very me feeling very unlucky when it comes to dating or love. Mm. All right, let's get some tarot. Holy Spirit, can you please clarify this feud card for group number 2? And what is toxic in their life? Should we take them? Should we take them? We're gonna take them. They fell out. All right. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. We got the Tower. We got the 10 of Wands. We got the 2 of Cups. And we got the Knight. The Knight of Cups. It's like nothing ever really works out. But why? Why is it that nothing ever really works out? Hmm? Mm. You know what I feel? I don't want to. I'm sensing something, but I don't want to speak too soon. I think I'm gonna pull out a little bit more clarification before I speak about it, just to get that confirmation. Holy Spirit, can you please clarify this 10 of Wands and what is this about? What is this 10 of Wands about, Holy Spirit, for group number 2? Well, it is what it is. It's what I was seeing. And let's get some insight here with the Tower card for group number, dang. Group number 2. Energy doesn't lie. Oh. Holy Spirit, the Tower card for group number 2. You know what, group number 2, you're toxic. The toxic in your life is that you've been a little bit careless with your energy and the way that you give yourself to others. Is you're a little careless, or you've been really careless, and maybe you're in that place right now where you're like totally closed off due to that, because you don't, or maybe you do see it, maybe you don't, but you've given people a lot of opportunities to, just give them the benefit of the doubt in different situations, both in friendships and in relationships, like romantic relationships. You've given yourself, you've overextended yourself because that's how you are. You're very like generous and giving, and it's like, if you're gonna be with someone, friendship or whatever it may be, it's like, why wouldn't you be yourself, right? Why wouldn't you want to give yourself entirely? And you know what? I just noticed there's a lot of dark energy, a lot of energy vampires. My candle is starting to smoke out some dark stuff. There's a dark energy, dark ass energy, and that could be me, the one with the dark energy right now that's transmuting. This could actually be my pile. Actually, this could actually be my pile. Um, but you guys, there's a lot of energy vampires around you. There are energy vampires around you. You have to be so careful with who you engage with. And maybe right now you're in a place where you're like, you've chosen not to engage at all with anyone. But like your sexual energy is so precious. You guys are very witchy. You have so much magic. You're super magical. You have so much um, spiritual knowledge, like spiritual wisdom. And you guys are witches, man. You guys are witches and wizards. And part of your magic is built up with your sexual energy. And when you give your sexual energy away to energy vampires, to people who are not deserving of your love, of your sex, it creates like a um how do you call it, short circuit, like cuando hay este circuito, static. It really fucks you up. It fucks you up hard, and like it makes you angry. It makes you upset that people can't meet you halfway. You're just like, what is the deal with people? Like, what is so hard about just being genuine and enjoying the ride? Just, enjoying the ride and being honest and just give yourself. You don't get it. You don't understand why people always have to be shady or trying to play games or like, playing this narcissism. You don't get it. And yikes. All right, so the toxic part of the toxic is don't hold grudges against these people. Don't build anger around yourself because of the experiences that you've had. Okay, those were lessons, very tough lessons indeed. But you can't live in this place forever. Okay, it's we gotta stop it. We gotta stop it. So we're gonna see what this card over here has to say about that. Okay. Ah, we're gonna leave these aside. Thinker. You know what? Maybe you guys have gotten really cold, a little cold because of your experiences. And it says meditate, focus, profound. You guys are being called to reconnect with your spiritual self, to reconnect with your inner knowledge, with your inner yogi, that whole 12th house energy, which is actually interesting that I'm mentioning the 12th house because in the astrological wheel, zodiac wheel, at the bottom we have the 12th house. It's what we don't see. And we just dropped, well, I just dropped a card right now. The 12th house is, at the feet, things that we don't see. It's Pisces, right? Pisces is a feet. What are we not seeing? And it's that whole spiritual side. It's that the realm that we don't see. There is a need for you to connect with this energy once again. Maybe you have stopped. Holy Spirit, can you please clarify this thinker card for group number 2? What is this about for group number 2? Holy Spirit, can you please show us here some cards for group number 2? For this thinker, and what does this mean? Oh my. Have you guys been a little bit more isolated lately? Like feeling like you've been put in timeout or something? We get one more card. You know what, group number 2? Like the moment you meet someone and you get that first instinct that no, it's no. Don't ignore it. Don't ignore it. There's people that you always had a feeling, and they've been your friends, or maybe it's people that you've been dating that you wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt. No. You're not wrong. Even though you're like, how can everyone be, someone who's not good for me? That's going to be your challenge. Say no and be assertive about it. Say no. And don't be afraid to speak your truth. We got the Justice card here. You need to be fair to yourself. Even if it means you were being cold about it, I feel like your power is your tongue. I think that you have a very powerful tongue and a very powerful mind. You're probably very analytical. You're not very much, emotional. You're more analytical than anything. And being analytical and not very emotional sometimes can make things confusing when it comes to meeting people, because you're oftentimes not maybe able to read people's emotions. You're more about, reading their choice of words and their actions, right? But they're telling you one thing, but their actions are doing something else, and you're like, I'm so confused. What's going on here? And you give people too many opportunities, and it's got to stop. It's got to stop. You got to just cut it, cut people out, cut them off. All right, and it's okay. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. There's a need for you to get back into your center, get back into your circle, go within. Okay, this could mean not talking to people. This can mean, cutting off your social circle for a little bit. It's super important to get back in focus. You need to get back to meditating, back to focus. Look, it says focus. Get back to focus, because there is some kind of level up coming up here. There is a level up. The World card. All of the signs, there's some kind of signs or download that is coming towards you. Something very powerful and informative is coming towards you. Look, she's got a little moon on her heart, and she's got the sun in the center of her third eye. There's some kind of knowledge, some kind of download that is coming to you, group number 2, and this requires to be isolated and closed off right now. All right, so before we close off this reading for you, I want to get a little bit of advice, just some additional advice from the fairies over here. Holy Spirit, can you please give group number 2 some word of advice? Just any additional advice here? Any additional advice? Well, I wasn't exactly expecting so many, but here we are. Shut up! You guys! Shit. Okay, so we got 12. We got 12 with awakening, which is interesting because it's like, it looks like the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man is connected to Pisces, and Pisces' house is a 12th house. Isn't that fucking crazy? We were just talking about the fucking 12th house. Alright, so, alright. We got, and look at that yin yang. The balance. Oh, that's very interesting. There's a lot of symbology going on over here. But let's see, we got the Dreamer, which is, you know, very like the Fool card, right? He's got this, she's got her little loyal companion here, and this bird. And this is actually one of my favorite birds. Cardinals. Red cardinal. There's a tower. Okay, it says, embrace your true purpose, begin a new adventure, and trust yourself. Oh my gosh, you guys, you know, you were trying to blend in and you were trying to fit in, but you weren't thinking about it. You weren't thinking about how you wanted to fit in. You were just mixing yourself with these normal people. You were mixing yourself. And I'm not saying that you're supposed to be alone. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you're actually a treasure. You are a treasure, and you are one of a kind. And all of those people out there, they wish they were like you. They wish they were as cool as you. They wish that they were as creative as you. And it's an honor and it is a privilege to have your friendship, to have your love, to have your sex. It's an honor and it's a privilege. So start acting like it. Look at her. She's got her head up, held up high, and she's got all this magic around her. Like, fuck these bitches. Fuck these bitches. This is my world, and y'all are just living in it. I'm not saying you have to be conceited, right? Egotistical. It's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you gotta value what you are and who you are. You're so fucking cool, dude. You're so cool, and you're like mixing yourself. Like, you give opportunities and chances to like these dusties and all of these, like, you know, mediocre friendships. You're not made for that, honey. You're not built for that. That's not your style. Okay, you're fucking 12th houser, man. You're fucking, this is your energy. It says change the way you're looking at the situation. Embrace your uniqueness. Shut the fuck up. Embrace your uniqueness. A temporary pause in the action. Wait, kid, no. I mean, is spirit here or what? This is crazy. And look how he's like in the middle of nature. He's just in the middle of nature, and he's holding himself up. He's not being tied to anything. He's holding himself up, creating the, you know, using his own strength, maybe even his mental strength to keep himself in balance. A desperate need of meditation and getting in tune and getting your spirituality in check. And we got the 4 of spring, very similar to the 4 of wands. I would say it says, be grateful. You have much to celebrate. Deep feelings of peace and happiness. A contented personal life. I feel like this is about spending time at home and being grateful for what you have at home, and building a sanctuary within your home, spending more time outside, going out for walks, doing things that connect you to your uniqueness, like drawing, painting, singing, writing, reading, whatever it may be, dancing, exercising. What is it for you? What is it that makes you so unique and so great? Remember that. Remember your origin, group number 2. I love this reading. It was so powerful. I feel so connected to it. I love it. And I think we're going to cut it here. Thank you for listening if you've made it up until now. And I'll see you on the next one. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. I'm very curious to know what your reading is going to be about. Right when I finished group number 2's reading, I decided to take a little lunch break really quick. I made myself a sandwich, and I I I turned on my stove, to heat up my sandwich, and then when I returned to my stove, um, the fire was off. So I ran out of gas basically, but I thought that was a little symbolic. I was like, right before group number 3's reading. So we'll see if that has anything to do with your reading. I thought that was a little strange. All right, so group number 3, we're going to get started with the astro dice and the charms as per usual. If you've been here before, you know that I like to do this. So what I'm going to ask for the astro dice is just to give us a little bit more information on regards to what is toxic in your life and what needs to change, okay? Holy Spirit, can you please give group number 3 some insight on what is it that is toxic in their life and what needs to change? What is toxic in your life and what needs to change? Oh shit, you guys. This is crazy. This is really crazy. What? Okay, so we got the 8th house and we got Scorpio twice. We got Mars. We got the 11th house. Shit. We got Mercury and Pisces. You got a lot of people thinking about you. Group number 3. There's a lot of envy. And there's a lot of, wow. People are going to the lengths of doing like dark magic or like, mental dark magic. Kind of like Evil Eye, but with like a really strong intention, like I hope that group number 3, that this happens to them, blah blah blah. There's a lot of envy, and a lot of people are thinking about you. There's a lot of jealousy, a lot of also, and it's between a friend group, a community. Someone within your friend group or someone within your community that is doing this very quietly. I can see from the corner of my eye the 12th house, and we got Pisces here. So someone is being very sneaky, and they're not loyal, they're not true. And I think this could probably be a friend, you guys. So that's not cool. There's some kind of intention here of something. Let's get some from Holy Spirit. Can you please show us a little bit more information on what is toxic in their life? What is toxic? What needs to change? A cat could be of relevance. Bananas. Mermaids, the ocean. Health. Spirituality. Envy. Yellow is connected to the solar plexus. That's where the evil eye gets gets stuck. That's where the energy gets stuck. A lot of envy, a lot of jealousy. Why though? And it's your community, um, your social circles, your friends. Not all of your friends, but there's someone in your friend group, or maybe a couple. Holy Spirit, what is toxic in group number two's life? What is toxic in group number two right now that needs to change? What is it that is toxic in your life right now? What is toxic in your life? Too many. Holy Spirit, what is toxic in group number two's life right now, Holy Spirit? Oh. Group number three. Did I say group number two earlier? Maybe there's a message for you in group number two's pile. Group number three, there could be a message for you in group number two's pile. Holy Spirit, for group number three, what is toxic in their life? What is toxic in their life? Chameleon. Alright, now we'll take it. What is toxic in their life? Holy Spirit, can you please clarify this alien card for group number three? What is this about? Oh. Oh, whoa. Yikes. I can see why this could be connected to group number two's reading. For sure. Only you guys are like, I think you guys are on another level. Like right above group number two. Don't tell them I said it though. Like if I'm not gonna talk about group number two. I'm gonna talk about you guys. So we got the alien card here. And it says extraterrestrial, otherworldly, unknown, and cosmic. Looks like that. Maybe you guys have a connection with extraterrestrials. I actually have a UFO tattoo. Maybe you guys have a tattoo of an alien or of a UFO. Maybe you're a strong believer of this stuff. You connect with that, you know, like the star seed beliefs. But you guys, group number three, people can see they can see that you are not normal. People can see that you're out of this world. They can see that there's something totally different about you, and it makes them uncomfortable. For some, they're your friends and they see this in you and they admire it, but it almost creates a jealousy, like an envy. And it's not that they're desiring bad things towards you, but you know, in the end, it's energy and it starts to build up and it creates a static. Have you been feeling like that? Like there's some kind of weird static, like where there's a little bit of interruptions in your life, like inconveniences happening in your life, like where something breaks down, where you had to there were some unexpected expenses, you know, just like little inconveniences, like, oh great, now this or now that. That's actually because of this all of this. There's all eyes on you right now, group number three. Even maybe you, I don't know if you've felt that or got that sensation or it didn't even cross your mind, but somehow there's a lot of attention being drawn towards you right now. And People are seeing your magic. People are seeing your uniqueness right now, and they're seeing how you're out of this world, and it's disturbing. It's disturbing because in this day and age where people want to be different and people want to be special, and everybody wants to label themselves as something, you don't have to, because you just are. You just are. And I really believe that there is a friendship, maybe more than one, maybe three, who are feeling insecure about who you are. They're feeling insecure, and that's not your problem. You can't trust someone. There's someone in your social circle that you cannot trust, and I'm pretty sure you know who they are. I'm pretty sure you know who this person is, because they come in a very loving way, but there's something about them that you just don't, it doesn't resonate with you. It doesn't, sit right with you. And it's not you thinking bad about them. It's not you, you know, it's your intuition. It's your intuition. This person could be someone who's a little delusional, someone who has no sense of direction, really. This is someone who they don't really like to work for what they want. They kind of just they want everything handed to them, and they actually might use you as a resource. You could be someone who's very generous, and maybe they are too, but it seems like you're giving more in this relationship than they are to you, and I think that you feel that. I feel like you guys know that you're being used, but also you don't want to think bad. You're like, no, I mean, they're my friend. There's no way, right? You're not seeing things clearly. There's two cards here with both of them they have their eyes closed. One of them has their eyes blindfolded and the other has their eyes closed. They're just kind of like moving with love, but it's no, you really need to pay attention to this relationship. It's causing struggles. It's causing um kind of like the five energy, the number five is kind of like they're the little contractions in our lives that make things uncomfortable, that makes things, difficult, and you're just like, oh, you know, a little annoying. This friendship is causing these reactions, and you add on top of that all of the evil eye and the envy that is being sent your way. I bet you maybe it didn't even cross your mind. You're like, how am I so important? Why am I so important? There's a lot of dark energy moving around you, group number three. A lot. And it's being collected by these, other people. And you're just soaking it in. You need to protect yourself like big time. Big time. It's time to bring in the big guns. It's time to, get serious about your protection, get serious about your energy work, because that shit is real. And you can't be like rawing it out, you can't just like, oh, whatever, just, living my life, whatever. You can't. And I suggest that you start, bringing in that, calling in your ancestors for assistance as well. They can't intervene. Did you know that they cannot intervene in your life? They're not allowed unless you're in major danger. Like, it's possible that they could intervene, but like, they're not allowed to intervene. But if you allow them to intervene, if you ask them to intervene, then they will. I'm not liking that energy at all. Yikes. We got two resources. Number two, resources. Someone is gaining something more than you are in the situation. They're getting something out of you, or they're using you. They don't really value you. They don't value you at all. You're more of a resource. It's like they can be a good friend sometimes, but there's something underneath. There's something hidden, and you need to pay attention to that. Let's take a look at chameleon here. It says changeable, adaptability, elusive, camouflaging, and shape-shifting. Not liking that energy either. Holy Spirit, can you please clarify? The moon, what? You guys, shut up. The first damn card that came out, it's the moon card. This is a woman. Could be a man, a very feminine man. She's got her head in the clouds. She's not, no, lies, deceit, backstabbing, unloyal, untruthful, dishonesty. There is a feminine, or someone with a very feminine energy who is two-faced with you. They're two-faced. Maybe they could have that Pisces energy, like maybe they're a Pisces, or they got like strong Pisces placements in their birth chart, or maybe like a water sign. Holy Spirit, can you please clarify this chameleon card and what is toxic in their life? What is toxic in their life, Holy Spirit? Mira, the Death card, the King of Pentacles. Wow. Hierophant. Damn, I bet you guys didn't even know this person's doing some black magic on you. It's probably really hard to believe. You're like, no way. They wouldn't. No way they would. This person's been doing black magic on you. They've been doing some dark magic, like setting their intentions, like maybe not going out of their way to do something very evil, but kind of to try to manipulate the energy to where you are at their feet, to where you are catering to them. And they tend to do this with other people as well. This person likes to play dumb, like they're so innocent, like they're so loving and they victimize themselves a lot probably. They don't make very good choices, but there are layers to them. There's deceit. Everything that they do and say is with an intention. There's a hidden motive. There's a hidden motive. This person's very materialistic. They're always looking out for what they can gain out of a situation. How can they win in a situation? I don't like that at all. You need to cut this person off, dude. You need to cut them off. Holy Spirit. See, I'm getting very, very watery energy. You know, we got Scorpio here with the Death card and the Moon card. There could be a bit of we got the King of Pentacles and we got the Hierophant, you know, which is very earthy energy, you know, Taurus, very earthy energy, but it could be more that they're like very materialistic. Holy Spirit, can you please clarify this Death card in regards to for group number 3? Yeah, for group number 3. What is this about? Oh, Holy Spirit, for group number 3, can you please clarify this Death card? This person only cares about themselves. There's definitely some candle magic going on, and this person only wants sex. Like, this person's very sexual. They only care about their pleasures, about themselves, and about their own opportunities. And if you happen to be a tool for them to get there, if you're a resource for them, they're going to keep you around. You need to close the door here. For reals, this is not cool. This person is creating static in your life. Think about it. Ever since you met this person, or ever since you started getting close to this person, what has happened in your life? How has your life changed? Think about it. Holy Spirit, can you please clarify the Hierophant? This person is envious of you. They're envious of your power. They're envious of your magic, of your power, of your wisdom, of your groundedness, and how they think that life is just given, like things are just given to you. They're jealous about your home living situation. They think that you're higher above them, and this bothers them. They want to trade lives. They've been doing magic work to trade lives. That's really fucked up, dude. That's fucked up. They're doing some magic work so that their life situation gets turned into your life situations, that your opportunities turn into their opportunities. Have you noticed that some stuff have been happening in your life where it's like an opposite reaction? Like where they used to be in a situation and now you're the one going through the situation? Have you noticed that? Dude, am I crazy here? I'm gonna need some confirmation in the comments, bro. Like, if this is resonating to anyone here, I feel this very strongly. Very strongly. This is very toxic for sure. Toxic energy. You need to get the hell out of this like person's life. Like, you need to get the hell out. Kick this person the hell out of your life. They are not good for you. They are not good for you. I'm gonna see if we can get some like words here, Holy Spirit, for group number 3. Any additional, anything that could be helpful for them? Need help. Anything that could be helpful. Any words that could be helpful. Oh, shut up. Need help praying. Caught. Dude. This person, I'm serious. This person has been praying that the situations that are reversed. That you are the one who's begging for their help, that you're the one who's at their feet. I feel like this person's been at your feet, and that has not been your fault at all. This person is just needy all around. No, Camilo. No. Vete, papi. Vete. My cat wants to jump onto the cards. This person wants to change things around. Caught. I'm a little confused about that one. I'm getting two mixed signals here. Holy Spirit, can you please clarify this card? What's that about? Why? They want you to get tangled up, to have complications. Look what I'm telling you, number 5. Wasn't I just talking about that? The number 5 energy? About contractions and making things difficult. They want to see you go through that. They feel like, why though? They might have felt a little they might have felt judged by you, but this is not your fault at all. I don't feel like it's your fault at all. I think that this person, they just want to win at life, and they want what you have. And look at that, the bottom of the deck, the Devil card. This person's definitely messing with magic, and they're a little obsessed with you, huh? This person's obsessed with you. They just don't understand how you are the way that you are. Like, why you? This person is just like that, though. They're very envious and they're jealous. It could be someone who comes over to your house, could be a neighbor, someone that you go over to their house, someone that maybe has called themselves your sister or your brother, you know, like family. That's pretty effed up. So what we're gonna do now before we end your reading is I'm gonna get some advice from the fairies. We're gonna ask the fairies for some advice. My little aliens. Holy Spirit, can you please give group number 3 some advice? Some words of advice. Some words of advice here. Got the Emperor with 4 here. Use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized and a firm but compassionate leader. A firm but compassionate leader. We also got no more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. Confusion that arises from overanalyzing the options. I think you got a little too soft, group number 3. And I'm not saying you have to be cold, okay? Don't think that at all. You might have gotten a little soft and because of the illusion. Someone made you feel compassion for them, but you've always kind of been like the Emperor. Very stern and, you know, very structured and organized. You know, very, very strict. And something kind of moved that for you a little bit. It's time to go back to your origin. Keeping a balance in, you know, I'm not going to say more than I should, but it's better to just focus on your plans. I feel like you've been more, you know, very available to people, available to other people's needs and you know, their hurt and their pain and their life situations. You've been there for them, but really, has anybody been there for you? It's time to be there for yourself and focus on your dreams, focus on your goals, and organize your life. And it's time to take action and stop procrastinating. Like, stop thinking that your spiritual life is not important, because it is very important. Maybe you know that and you're just lazy to take care of it. It's time to take care of business. We cannot play. You cannot play with the enemy. All right, group number 3, I'm going to cut it right there. And thank you so much if you've made it up until now. And I'll see you on the next one.